Punches go the way John has been teaching me in the gym, you know, and I was trying to land big shots too early and wasn't concentrating on my hand speed, you know.
Talking to the press straight after the fight is part of the job. But the look on John's face really says it all.
You're happy you won? Oh, well, you're always happy with a victory, you know, but I'm certainly disappointed in myself, you know. I thought that the preparation I had leading into it and the sparring I was doing, I was much better in the performance I put on there tonight. I'll change for the next time, John. If you're still going to work with me. Yeah.
John, give us your thoughts after that.
I thought it was a very mediocre performance on myself personally, you know. Over training over this last 5 weeks, I was sparring a far higher caliber of opponent, and I don't know what it was. Maybe I let the occasion get ahead of me, and I tried too hard in the early rounds to impress the crowd, you know, and they give me another fantastic reception, and I have to start leading with my heart and start using my head, you know. And Don knows that I've got a good brain, and for some reason he gets frustrated with me with not using it, but thank God we came through it in the end up, you know. Walter Smith, he's a tough, durable guy, you know. I caught him with some good shots, but at the end of the day, if you're not using your brain, you're giving your opponent as good as a chance as any to beat you, and it's just another tough lesson for me, and it's another lesson in Madison Square Garden. So I'm glad to get the win, but I'm very disappointed in myself. Sorry, I have to see you again. I'm really sorry. I love seeing you again, but I'm sorry I have to see circumstances.
Don't worry, we do the same routine. Yeah. Anyhow.
The Madison Square Garden doctor has plenty of important work to do on the cuts.
Well, he's trying to please the crowd, and that's not going to work in this game here. You please the crowd doing the right thing. He went back to his old self. You know, bad habits are hard to break, and he got hit more than he should have early on. You saw the fight. What could you say? I mean, I offer no excuses other than he didn't do what we worked on.
Do you know where they're going to take him for stitches?
Whatever we talk about, it ain't gonna change. We just gotta go. We gotta step forward and try to drill it in the right thing.
I know it's on, but
That happens. Don't worry. Forget about it. The money is here.
So this is the interview.
See, you're dealing with human beings, man. You're dealing with biorhythms. You're dealing with thought. You're dealing with a lot of things. I know that he's got championship in him. That I know.
I should be moving my head a lot more and making shots missed, because I do have the capabilities to do that, and unfortunately I was unable to show that tonight. And if I was to get into the ring with the caliber of opponent of Jermaine Taylor or Kelly Pavlik, the world champion now at the minute, I'm sure I wouldn't be able to take the kind of shots that he would be throwing in his last few fights, you know. So there is a lot more for me to learn, but I'm looking forward to it, and I'm glad to learn it, you know, and we'll see what comes from me in the future.
He probably was looking to pass this guy to the next fight, you know, and obviously you cannot look past the guy in front of you, you know. It happens so often in this sport.
Where does this leave your world title plans now? Is the Kelly Pavlik fight still on?
Yes, pretty much, yeah. You know, I'd say it hasn't gone back any bit because of tonight's performance. You know, we were probably 80% of the way going in there. The win, I think, confirmed it to bring it up to 99. I cannot tell you until we put pen to paper, but I pretty much can tell you that it's pretty much signed, sealed and delivered.
And June 7th still the
June 7th, 6, 7, 08. We're going to roll the dice for the big one.
The media awaited the announcement at the post-fight press conference, but Kelly Pavlik's promoter, Bob Arum, who'd flown in to watch the fight at ringside, sadly had other ideas.
So I was just talking to Mr. Arum there, and we got our heads together, and he's not going to be fighting now in June. But he will be fighting, and you know, and Mr. Arum gave me his word that he will give us a crack at before the end of the year. Whether it's in September or December, got to wait and see. Main priority, John gets better, he gets over this. Not the end of the world, you know, he put up a bad performance, got out with a win. And, you know, let him rest up for a few months and come back to the gym and start all over again.
Less than 36 hours after the fight, we caught up with John in the Queens area of New York, where he lives. How you feeling?
Not too bad. Bit stiff and a bit sore, you know, but I'd say it was a tough old fight, you know, and glad to come through it and just get another victory under my belt, you know.
What about the cuts on the eyes and many stitches in there?
I lost count after 20. But no, I got a good doctor take care of me after the fight, you know, and it's just take plenty of time and rest just and they'll heal, you know. It's funny how after a victory I sort of feel disappointed in myself because I think of my performance overall now was very below par and I can box much better than what I did. But after having such an impressive victory against Howard Eastman, no, I wanted to get myself off to a good flying start here in New York again. But at the end of the day, you can't take these things for granted. It's a tough sport and I'm glad they come through it and just looking forward now to the future.
This is the side most people don't get a chance to see with the nursing the injuries and the cuts. I mean, how do you handle all that?
Well, I suppose if there's a bar in your hand, sometimes that helps. But no, it was great. My father was over with me, and now I'm looking forward to getting back to and seeing Grania, and just take some time reflecting it all. And I'm just looking forward to getting back to working back to the blackboard, so to speak, and working to improve myself much better for the next fight.
After the buzz of fighting in somewhere like Madison Square Garden, do you get a bit of a downer in the days after a fight?
I think that sort of comes natural, like it's like a roller coaster. After the peaks of being there, and then the next day is sort of, I've been thinking about that fight like this last 3 months now. With the training, I know I was focused on it now. After it's kind of like, what else do I have to focus on? But this comes part and parcel of the game, and even though you have your bumps and bruises, like you can always come back, you know. And I mean, for a young fella, I'm 24 now. We still no losses, like, and to be disappointed in myself, like it's not a bad record thus far. I know you have to look at it and get the positives out of it as much as I can.
As you say, the scars all heal. It's now about restoring that confidence again and onwards and upwards.
That's it, onwards and upwards, and happy days, bring it on. Back in the States, you know, I got the year off that I wanted to start. Maybe I wasn't as flamboyant or as stylish as I wanted it to be.
But it's a win.
But it's a win. You know, like I could have been sitting talking to you here maybe after getting knocked out, and then you would have seen a depressed man. But
you might have disappeared on us.
Yes, but no, I'm still happy. I'm still enjoying my life as a fighter, and looking forward to the future.
John hopes he hasn't missed his window of opportunity for that world title shot.
I'm very disappointed, you know, like I mean, hopefully it's not it is just postponed maybe to a further date, you know, like, because I really do think I would love a chance of fighting Kelly Pavlik or any of the other world champions, you know, and even though this fight was a lackluster performance, like I still think I'm not that far away from it. I don't want to be hanging around this game any longer than I have to be. Do you know what I mean? I want to find out how good I am, and the fight for a world title would be a dream of mine, and that's what I want to do. You know, I've been very fortunate. I've boxed in a lot of great places, and I've got a good team around me. They're going to sit now back, and things have been sort of put back a wee bit, but by no means we haven't stopped.
A tentative date has been penciled in for the World Championship fight in November in New York. For now, though, it's back to Derry to spend time with Grania. John Duddy's journey isn't over just yet.
To be honest with you, I think I'm a tasty opposition for a lot of world champions looking at that last fight. I'm sure nobody will have any fear of wanting to fight me. So it's actually probably keeps the door open for me to fight the world's best, and I'm looking forward to it. But I hope they don't ever take me too lightly, because it's going to be a hard night no matter what night they get me on.